like that. Did you smile?
Yeah, I smiled.
Good job.
Reluctantly, come on.
Hey everyone.
Welcome to our YouTube channel.
I'm Kenya.
My name is Sebastian.
He's the S.
She's the K.
And this is SNK Millennial Living.
Today we're here to bring you our top 10 favorite fragrances of the year.
We both have 5 fragrances each. We're going to start with our honorable mentions, some of the fragrances that did not make the cut, and then go through our top 5. So starting at 5 and going up to our top fragrance of the year.
These fragrances have not necessarily dropped in 2021. They're just the fragrances that we love to wear.
And now for our honorable mentions.
So, I'm sorry, I had to have 2 honorable mentions. And the first one is YSL EDP. And this one is apple, ginger, and amberwood. Man, I love this one. When I first got it, I used it almost every day. This one right here has amazing performance. It lasts all day on me and it projects very well. I would wear this one at any season. Anything under 90, this one right here will get you through the day. And my second honorable mention is by Kilian's Angel Share. This one smells amazing.
Looks like a shot. A drink.
Yes. It's modeled after Baccarat drinking glasses. You could be a man or a woman, and this one will get you tons of compliments. More than compliments, it just puts you in a mood. Great for nights out.
My honorable mention is none other than Tom Ford's Noir de Noir. The only reason it did not make my top 5 is because I do not have a full-size bottle. I am in love with this fragrance. It smells amazing. The notes are vanilla, patchouli, rose, and truffle. It is definitely a date night evening fragrance, but I wear this fragrance to work many times, sometimes every single day in a week because I love it that much. And I would love a full-size bottle. It makes me feel elegant and luxurious and just rich and all the things. So highly recommend, and definitely will be buying a full-size bottle in the near future.
Number 5 for me is Acqua di Parma's Fico di Amalfi. This one has a bunch of citruses at the top. Fig leaf, fig, and benzoin. Super fresh, very herbal. The fig in this one is great. I fell in love with this one last summer. I just wore it every day. It was more refreshing than what I was used to, more natural than what I was used to at the time. I still had like a lot of synthetics. I was just getting into more fresh fragrances. Number 5, Acqua di Parma's Fico di Amalfi.
My number 5 is a fragrance that took a year and a half to grow on me. It is a very mature fragrance, and it is Baccarat Rouge 540 by MFK. This fragrance, when I first smelled it, reminded me of an old woman that lived on Central Park West with a small dog, and that was all she did. She just walked her dog and lived on Central Park West. The notes in this are saffron,
ambergris,
and cedar. This fragrance Sebastian actually got for me, and he was a little disappointed that I did not like it. I said it smells like old lady, and if you want it, he loved it. And he wouldn't wear it, but I let it sit in my closet for a year and a half. And then I started seeing people post about it on Instagram, and I was like, this fragrance smells like old lady. I kind of like it. It's growing on me now, so that's why it's in my top 5. Maybe in the future it will make its way up to the top 1. But there is another MFK fragrance that I have my eyes on, so it kind of still is beating this one out. Maybe it'll be a top 2.
Next up, for my number 4 spot, we have Aventus Cologne. And this one was gifted to me by Kenya. I think this was the first fragrance that she got me. And I really like this one. This one is a great everyday scent. We have mandarin, we have tonka bean, there's pink pepper in this one, and there's musk. I love how the pink pepper kind of dances around. And although it says cologne, this is an eau de parfum, and it definitely performs to me at least 6 hours. Sometimes I've gotten as long as 8 hours on this one. This is a great classy scent, and if you have it like that, this can even be your daily wear.
And I went to Saks with my friend just to smell this one because this is the one I had ordered. So I wanted to smell this one and another Creed. And my friend, who's also a woman, she actually really loved this one. Like, she said she would wear this herself. So as a woman, you can definitely wear this as well. I think it is perfect for women if you're into unisex fragrances. This is very, I would say it's a unisex fragrance for sure.
Yeah, and these three right here, they're all unisex. I would say the Aventus cologne, it's leaning masculine only because it has similarities to some masculine fragrances out there. The MFK, the Baccarat Rouge 540, it's typically worn more often by women, but there's definitely a large group of men that are wearing this one. Yep. And the Fico di Amalfi, I don't think you can get more unisex than this one.
So my top 4 fragrance is Malin & Goetz Dark Rum. The notes in this are rum, plum, leather, and amber. And this fragrance, I would say, had me and Sebastian in a chokehold for a very long time. You can see this is my bottle and I've used it quite a bit. And this fragrance I loved for everyday wear.
I wore it on vacation. I wore it on probably every single vacation we had gone on the year we got this. I wore it to work a couple of times. I wore it if we went out, and I loved it.
I would definitely say that this fragrance is better in the warmer season. So when we went on vacation, I did wear it when it was really warm out and nice out because I think it performed. I love it, like love it, love it, love it. It had to be in the top 5 just because it's amazing. Malin & Goetz went crazy with that fragrance.
So my number 3 is Alexandria Fragrances Cacao Dreams. This one right here, this is what made me fall in love with fragrances. I'm not gonna lie. This is the reason why I have such a large collection. And well, this is the reason why I have a decent sized collection. This one right here, forget about a note breakdown. This one right here smells like chocolate covered oranges, all right? This one right here is a beast and it projects the same from beginning to end. This is a beautiful one right here. Another unisex banger. So far you see we love unisex fragrances. This is a monster. Kenya, with
I love this fragrance. I have definitely snuck a few sprays from him. When I saw this fragrance, I've worn it to work, like functions that we've gone to at people's houses. I haven't really worn it out, I would say, but I've definitely worn it to like small little nighttime gatherings in the cooler months. Like, I feel like it's a good fall.
Yeah, it's great for fall. Sure. And I also think that it's a great cuddling fragrance. If you want to just come out the shower, you spray yourselves, you go under the covers, or you can lay on the couch with each other. It's great for that.
My number 3 fragrance is YSL Libre. This was a gift to me from someone who did not actually like the fragrance, so that's why I do not have a top. They misplaced it. But as you can see, I got this fragrance in September. I got this fragrance in September, and this is how much I've used it in the 3-month period. I love it that much. The notes in this are orange blossom, lavender, musk, and vanilla. It is great. I swear by this fragrance. I've seen a couple of people post about this fragrance, and it's worth the hype for sure.
All right, and so my number 2 is Black Phantom by Kilian. I love this one right here. It has rum, sugar cane, coffee, and dark chocolate, and also on the website it says cyanide. I'm pretty sure that's just to play into the Dark Phantom theme. The bottle that I have here doesn't come with the coffret, and as you see in the picture right now is the coffret. And so when you buy the whole packaging, you get a kind of a gunmetal bottle. Whereas if you buy the bottle separately, you get this one right here with the gold cap and the gold plate. But I thought I just love this one, and I just waited to get each one separately so that I could have that combination. But this one right here this is a black tie ready. I wouldn't wear this casually, but if you wanted to, you can do that in the winter. I actually purchased an inspiration of this fragrance by Alexandria Fragrances that's titled Dark Night, and it smells almost just like this one, but there's a few things that are different. Black Phantom, amazing.
It is. And when we first smelled this fragrance, we got a whole bunch of samples of it, and I was actually surprised that he ended up buying it because I couldn't even remember the name of it. I remembered it was by Kilian, and I kept saying, do you remember that fragrance we smelled? Do you remember that fragrance we smelled? Because it's honestly, it's amazing. It's great. I love it. And so my number 2 fragrance is this beauty right here. It is so pretty. Like, I hope you guys can see that. And this is called Whispers of Truth Noir by House of Sillage. The notes in this are leather, orange, and caramel. You can definitely smell the leather when you spray it, and the orange, and like they all come out super strong in this fragrance for sure. But it's so pretty. I love the packaging. That's part of the reason why it's on my top 2, just because it's a stunner on the eyes. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, this is beautiful. Like, I don't even want to touch it. I don't even want to do anything to it. I just want to stare at it all day. I love this fragrance because it is the first fragrance I've worn in my collection that has gotten me a compliment.
So, you know, everyone's been masked up, so that's why it's kind of hard for you to know if people around you really like your fragrances these days. And
that's when I actually got complimented on it, and I had a whole conversation. I was like, yeah, I actually wear fragrances every day, and they were like, no, I've never smelt it, but this one, it's just, I wouldn't say it's really strong, but it performs really well. So it just gives me like a wintry vibe. Like, I feel like it will perform the best. So top 2, just because it's pretty new and it performs really well. I love it.
My number 1 is Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. And this one right here, I know this is actually one of the newer acquisitions in my collection. I actually got a ton of Tom Ford fragrances within the past few months. I've actually had my eye on this for about a year and a half, maybe longer. And we recently took a trip to Saks just because we wanted to smell some fragrances. The 2 standouts for me were Silver Mountain Water and Tobacco Vanille. But I already knew that I wanted Tobacco Vanille. I had, like I said, before that trip, I had my eye on it. It has tobacco leaf, it has vanilla, and it has some spices, namely ginger. And when I smelled it again, it reminded me of a trip that we took to Cuba 2 years ago. And we were at a tobacco farm. We were in like I forgot the exact name for it, but it was like a house where a small house where they just hung tobacco leaves from the ceiling. And when I smelled this, it was just reminiscent of that moment. This one is also a great unisex fragrance, like many of these here. It performs differently based on your gender. I don't know if it's like a mind trick, you know, we've been conditioned to feel a certain way, but I feel on me, I get the tobacco, and I know that if I like smelling on Kenya, it's more of like a vanilla. This beat out some sentimental greats like Aventus and like dark rum. I also love dark rum. That could have been my honorable mention, but Kenya put it in her top 5. So I thought that wasn't necessary. But this one right here, Tobacco Vanille, you should try this one if you haven't. That's my number 1.
Time for my number 1. Drum roll, please. It is Chanel Chance Autange. This fragrance has grapefruit, jasmine, iris, and musk. And let me tell you, this fragrance smells amazing. Little backstory about this fragrance. This was the very first fragrance Sebastian got me, and this was what started my fragrance collection. As you can see, I've worn this fragrance so much because for a little time, it was the only fragrance in my collection. I wore it every single day for probably 7 or 8 months straight. It didn't matter what I was doing. If I went to work, I put this fragrance on. If I went to the gym, I put this fragrance on. Like, I put this fragrance on for everything. We went out, I put this fragrance on. I went to a party, I put this fragrance on. Like, this fragrance has held me down on so many occasions. I have all of the fragrances in the Chance collection, and out of all of the fragrances, it definitely is the most subtle. I think it's also the most versatile fragrance in the collection, which is why I've been able to wear it to so many different places. It's just like, it holds a special place in my heart. It's my firstborn child, so it's worth it for sure. Signing off, guys. He's S.
She's K.
Stay tuned for all things millennial living.